So as we get started today, this video is divided into chapters. If you want to skip at any point, just look at the sliding bar underneath the plating window and you can see the chapters to skip ahead. Welcome back to the Crochet Corrado with my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today is the cross stitch Christmas stocking. Today I'm only going to teach you the base of the stocking itself. I'm going to leave the cross stitching for you to be able to figure out on your own. So that's going to be pretty much the easy part in this whole thing, and then it's the actual stocking itself that I'm going to be crocheting with you live on camera. So we're going to be getting ourselves involved in the cuff area that you have, and then we're going to go from the cuff then straight on down into the stocking, and then I'm going to pick up on the sample and continue as you go. Let me tell you a little bit about stockings. Stockings for me are one of those things that really intimidate me as far as doing stockings or socks. And the funny thing about it is that once I work myself through a pattern, I realize it's not so hard, and yet I've been crocheting for over 30 years and I still get intimidated when doing socks or stockings. So my point being is that, you know, you may feel that same intimidation. Just keep with it, just go with it, and just work yourself step by step, and therefore a big project like this, which really isn't that big, can be more simplified if you just take it step by step. So the cross stitching that you see on the sides, there's 3 of them, and you can find the map here and it will tell you to identify that. So once you have your stocking done, you can then put the cross stitching on. They are suggesting in the pattern to put cardboard inside the sock or inside the stocking, and therefore that can separate the back from the front. Therefore it's easier, and so that you're not actually catching stitches from the back side of the stocking. This is actually bigger than I expected it to be, and I think that you're going to enjoy it. So today I'm using Caron a 1-pound yarn. It is recommending Bernat Super Value, but you're still going to need a 5mm size H crochet hook in order to play. Without further ado, let's go to the cuff and let's get ourselves started. So here's what the cuff is going to look like. I've already done it off camera last night when I was watching television, and we are going to then, I'm going to finish off and then join it so that you have the center at the top. So this is consisting of slip stitching. Yes, slip stitching all the way, every row. If you don't like slip stitching, you could just single crochet on the back loop only. Make sure that you chain up 1 when you start a row when you're doing the single crochet if you wish. You will not have it look like this, but it will be ribbed, and maybe if that's what you're looking for, that's be good. So this kind of concept I've seen on hats on Yarn Inspirations as well. It takes a bit of time, and some people prefer, you know, getting things done a lot quicker. So, you know, sometimes things like this, they just need that extra time and love, and it creates such a beautiful thing. Because you are doing this slip stitching, as you see here, this fabric that ends up being is thicker than normal, so then it provides a nice thick sturdy top and cuff for your stocking. So let's actually show you how to do this, and then I'll show you the single crochet option if you wish. So let's get started. We're going to create a slip knot. Keep an extra long tail on you so that you can use a tapestry needle to hide that in later. And I want you to start, and we're going to chain a total of 6. And I want you to be kind of loose about this chain, and I'm going to show you some secrets to making the slip stitching a bit easier for yourself too. So let's chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Once you get your 6 on there, you're going to go second chain. Okay, you're going to go in the back loop only, and you're going to slip stitch. If you prefer single crochet, just single crochet in that one instead. So just pulling it through and through. This is a slip stitch, and just kind of keeping it nice and loose, going to the next back loop and pull through and through. So for those that are familiar with crochet, this will take a little bit longer to do, but I found with myself it doesn't take that long once you get into the rhythm. The secret for success is to watch how you turn the project at the end of a row. So I have my 5 done. So technically you would turn your work and go in the back loop only and slip stitch. I find it's harder to do that way. So once I'm done, I just immediately jump into the first back loop only. So I haven't officially turned it yet. Go in the back loop only and then kind of turn it, and therefore it's easier to get that first one in place, and then go into the back loop then of all the rest. The trick is to watch that last one. So I keep an eye on the counts. So there's a total stitches of 5. So remember, we chained 6 and we went second chain from the hook, therefore there's only 5. So you want to come into the very last back loop. So instead of just turning it all the way around and starting, just leave it right where you are and immediately go into the back loop and then turn. It's just easier and faster. The trick is is you want to identify the last stitch when you're coming across. Which one is it? Okay, do you see it? It's right here. See how it's kind of there? That's the last one. And pull through and through. Even if it wasn't, if you were just consistent, it's still gonna look good. So immediately just go in and pull through and through. So if this is not for you and you prefer to do single crochets in the back loop only, you can do that too. But for those that would like to continue with this, I need you to go 14 inches, lay it down flat, grab a tape measure, and as soon as it's 14 inches you're done. If you would like to do single crochet instead, turn your project, chain 1, and go in the back loop only and single crochet. I want to show you the difference of the look. So I'm giving you some options. It's not as tight or compact as what we're working on, but you're okay with that because you're substituting, so you can't have everything, right? So when you turn, chain 1 and back loop. You're going to notice that it's not as tight, so you're noticing that the width is picking up a little bit, but that again is not a deal breaker if you're not interested in doing the slip stitching. See how it's growing? So it's just growing to compensate. So chain up 1. So that would be the difference of the look of doing single crochet versus slip stitching that they're recommending. See the difference? So this was more compact, and this here you can see it's like that. So either way, I want you to go to 14 inches, lay it down on a tape measure, and as soon as you get your 14 inches, meet me back here in just a moment. So put me on pause. So I have the other one that you saw, so I'm just turning my work, and what I want to do is that I got my 14 inches done. I want to take the other side and I want to go into the back loop. Okay, so I'm still doing the slip stitching, and I want to go into the front loop over here. And what I need to do is not trap my yarn, so I trapped it inside. So let me just clear this yarn out of the way and then close it. Technically I would push off and record that, but I want to show you that life is not always perfect. So going into the back loop only, or to the front loop only on this side, pull through and through, so you're going through both at the same time. So back loop and front loop and through and through. So back loop and you're joining it. So you're gonna notice that this is a nice tight join, and you want that anyway because it's gonna be pretty much supporting the top of your stocking anyway. So coming into the last one, through and through, and then just loop it through and just pull. I've already trimmed my yarn off camera. So now when you pull it, okay, you're gonna see that it's looking pretty awesome. Just give it a good, nice good pull. And now what I want you to do is get rid of these yarn strands. So get your tapestry needle out and just put them on there. And you're gonna do both of them separately, of course. And you're just going to just feed it down into the join and do it 3 times back and forth. So 1, 2, and 3. And I want you to do that for all both of them. all of them, just both of them. Just make sure that you push it out, and then you're good to go. So hide in the other one as well, and then meet me back here, and then we're gonna start doing our bottom part of our stocking. So right now I just finished off this one, so I've already got this homework done and up until the bottom section here. And what you need to do is pretty much match these stitches on the side of this cuff. There is a total of, what does it say? A total of 46 single crochets evenly all the way around. Here's the thing. Now you're going to go back and forth. So here is the seam line that you can see. It's barely noticeable. If you go back and forth, these stitches stay in line like a graph. If you go in a continuous round, they always go up on an angle. So by staying turning at the end, you get the seam line, so it'll be kind of on the back of the sock that you'll never see it. Also, because you're doing the cross stitching, it keeps all of this in line like a graph. It's a lot easier. So let's grab our new yarn and this cuff, and then we're going to begin to start. Now I have it so that the join is kind of on the outside because when it folds over it'll look proper and you're going to hang a loop from that anyway, so it's in line. So what you want to do is grab your new yarn, create a slip knot, and you want to equally space 46, and 46 must be 46. It cannot be any other number because then it won't work out in the stock or in the bottom of the sock area. You're just going to go into the side of the cuff and you're going to attach it and then just pull it through. So there's your first single crochet. So what you can just do is that you just kind of evenly space it. So I'm gonna go into this gapping space here. It's easier to probably see in person, and then I'm gonna go to the next one right after it and I'm gonna count, and I want to get a total of 46. You may not get 46. There may be more spaces or less. You just have to equally space 46 all the way around, and I'm gonna leave that for you. You may not get it on the first try. Chances are I won't either. So you just have to make the best guess, but I'll ultimately get 46 done. Just as a tip, if you start running out of spaces and you still have to get more in, what you can just do is kind of separate in between. So you can just go into another area and just add it in, and then just go to where you normally had gone, and then you can just see, you can just add more stitches that way if you want to. So that'd be an easy way to be able to compensate to get to your 46. So I end up getting my 46 in there, and I'm just going to join it to the first single crochet. Make sure that it's a nice tight join, nice and tight. Turn your project now, so you're gonna turn at the end of every row, chain up one, and immediately in the first one, and each one go a single crochet all the way around. So please single crochet all the way back around, and I will show you again how to turn and etc. And then I'm gonna leave some of this to you, and then we're gonna hit the bottom of the stocking as well. So I'm coming all the way back around, and I'm gonna come into the last two stitches that you see. Now you're thinking to yourself, well, there's another stitch right there. That is not a stitch. That is part of the first one. So don't go into that one. So you're going to slip stitch to the top of this first single crochet and pull it beautifully tight, and then turn your project and begin again. So chain up one, and in the same one single crochet. So what I want you to do is that I want you to go back and forth with single crochet so that the height of this starting at the bottom of the cuff outward ends up being 9 inches. And once you get that done, you're gonna join me back here, and I'm gonna show you how to do the bottom of the stocking. So what I want you to do is go back and forth with your single crochet, and then just get to your 9 inches, and then meet me back here in just a moment. So right now you would have gotten your 9 inches done. So it's 9 inches from this point down here. So it's not the whole thing. Once you get your 9 inches done, you're going to fasten off, and then you're just going to start doing the bottom of the sock area, and we're gonna start doing the heel next. So get that fastened off, and then weave in your ends, and then let's begin doing the heel. So let's begin to do the heel. And I'm just creating a slip knot. So I'm gonna take my time with the heel. So if it's too slow for you, I'm sorry. If it's too quick, I'm really gonna try to keep slow. I'm not gonna satisfy everybody. So here we go. We're going to join to the very first one that we finished off with, and we are just gonna join this yarn. So just pulling it through, and then just pull through the two, and that's your first single crochet. I'm kind of cheating by doing that, but that's what I'm telling you I'm doing. So what we want to do is that we are going to single crochet in the same one, which we did, and then each of the next 22 single crochets. So I need you to count. So just going in and do 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go all the way to 22 for me right now. So now at the end of 22, I'm going to turn my work, and we're gonna go back in the other directions. If you're noticing now, we're actually, this is where the back of the heel is going to form. So we're gonna just turn our work, chain one, and we're going to single crochet in each one of the single crochets all the way back to where we started. So I don't need to count those at this moment, just single crochet in each one of the red sections. You may have a different color, but you know what I mean, and I'll see you at the end of this. So I just finished that one. That was row number 2. The instructions say repeat number 2 for 2 inches, ending on the wrong side. So right now when you're looking at the good side of the stocking, this is the outside, this is the right side, so the wrong side would be on this side. So what I want you to do is complete 2 more inches of just going back and forth. So chain up 1 and 1 single crochet in each of the stitches going across, and then turn your work, and so you will have a total of extra of 2 inches altogether. So please do that now, and I'll see you at the end of 2 inches. I just completed my additional 2 inches that you see, and so I did my first 2 and then it said to do 2 more inches. So I'm on the inside now. I'm going to turn it and we're going to start on the right side, and now we're going to shape this section here to form the back of the heel. Let's begin to do row number 1, and let's do that now. So let's begin. Just as a note that when we get over to the other side, we don't go all the way to the end. We are going to be stopping a little bit early. So let's just start counting this out slowly. So we're gonna chain up 1 and we're gonna do 1 single crochet in each of the next 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Once you get to the 15, the next 2 are together. So we're just gonna put those together. So this is a single crochet, 2 together, pull through, and then single crochet in the next one, and then you're done. So let's turn our work and do row number 2. Row number 2, let's begin. You're gonna chain up 1, and I'm just reading this off camera, 1 single crochet in each of the next 9. So let's just start off. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there's your 9, and then the next 2 are together. So just going in, go to the next one, pull through, you have your 3 loops again, pull through, and single crochet into the last one right there. And now you're gonna turn. So I bet you're thinking, wow, that looks kind of odd. So let's just turn our work and look. So what happens is that this heel area ends up folding down and matching the other one eventually. So let's now move on to row number 3. I just need a quick break. I'll be right back. So row number 3, here we go. We're going to just chain up 1, and we're gonna do single crocheting in each of the next 10. So just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now that we have the 10 in, what we're going to do is single crochet 2 together. So you're gonna grab the next one, pull through, you were gonna literally jump down to the next one right here, pull through, and then pull through all 3, and then single crochet into the next. That just created the heel in that side. Turn our work for row number 4. We're gonna do something very similar. So we're gonna chain up 1, and we're going to single crochet in the next 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then we're going to put 2 together. So put this one together, pull through, jump down here, pull through, and then pull through all 3 and single crochet in the next. That was row number 4. Row number 5, see, so you can start seeing the heel is actually showing up. So row number 5, similar to this. Let's begin. Just gonna chain up 1, 1 single crochet in each of the next 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and the last one comes together with the next one down here, and pull through, and then single crochet in the next one, and then turn. So row number 6, chain up 1, and it's 13 in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then what I want you to do is that in the next one pull through, go to the next one after that, pull through all 3, and then single crochet in the next. That was row number 6. Turn of work, we have 7 and 8 left, and you can see the heel has been formed, and let's continue into row number 7. Okay, let's begin row number 7. It's the same as 8 coming up as well. So just chain up 1 and 1 single crochet in each of the next 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Just to let you know, if you ever do more of these, see how this last one is there? That's kind of the one that you have to join to the next one. So it becomes easy to remember. Pull through and pull through. 2 together after that. Okay, and that was the very last one. So you immediately turn and we start our row number 8, final row for the heel. So chain up 1 and 1 single crochet in each of the next 14. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And look at that. So I got 1 left. Pull that one through, and the last one down here, pull it through and pull through all 3, and you're good to go. So what you want to just do is fasten off at this point, weave in your ends, and your heel is technically done. The heart part is really done, and then we're gonna move on. So let's just lay it down here. So there is your heel of your stocking. See the shaping? Isn't that awesome? So let's continue then on to the joining round. So let's do the next step. So we're gonna join then again the green back into play, and I want you to get your orientation. So here's the bottom of the heel. It's facing up. I want you to go right here. So just get your bearings. If you're left-handed, then it'll be the other way. Okay, that's where I want you to start. Now what I want you to do, just create a slip knot, and we are going to attach with a slip stitch on the base of the heel. Okay, so on the base right here. So right where it came in, and this will keep it from actually looking like there's a hole. So let's just pull it through. So there is your first one right there. So we're gonna single crochet then into the next 23, and that'll take you all the way around to where the heel is again, but we'll count it out anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Takes you right to the last one. So now what we're going to do is work our way up the side of the heel. So on the side of the heel we're going to work 7 single crochets up the side of this one here until we get to the top layer. So let's just do that. So just work up 7. So we have 1 and going into the side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then once you get your 7 in there, what you have to just do is that you are going to go across the top of the heel area and you're gonna fill that in, and those will be a total of 15 stitches all the way across. So just immediately just come into the top. Now what I'm thinking at this point is that I did 7, but I'm thinking to my point of view I'm not quite there yet, so I'm going to re-pull back out and retry again, and I'm just gonna space myself out a little bit further. I want to leave this in here because I don't want to show you that I kind of fake things when I need to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm trying to get there, so 7. So I kind of went a little bit too much, so I'm going to retry one more time. I'm just going to go part right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now I'm happy. So now what I want to do is go across the back of the heel. There's going to be a total of 15 in a row. So let's do that. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and get your 15th in there. Just push it in. Get your 15. The counts matter. That's why I'm counting as obsessively as I am. Coming down the side now, we want an additional 7 put in. So just space it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and that'll take you back there, and you're going to join to the very first one of the first single crochet. See how we came into the base here? We're coming right into the first one right where it was in there, and we're going to slip stitch, and then we're gonna then move on to round number 22. So you now have yourself established all the way around. So before we get started, I've just come all the way around. I want to place in my stitch marker on the 23rd one. So when we came across and before we turned up to do this 7, I want you to place a stitch marker there. It's just a spare piece of yarn. This is going to indicate to you the corner, and it's telling you to refer to this in the future. So just putting a stitch marker there will help you keep an eye on that as you're going along. So let's begin to do round number 2. We're gonna just turn around. We're gonna chain up 1, and we're gonna start on the first one, and we're gonna do 1 single crochet in each of the stitches until we get to the first stitch marker, which is over here after the heel has been done. So I'll meet you there in a moment. Just do 1 single crochet until you get there. So I'm now at the stitch marker, so that one and the one after it is gonna come together for 2 together for single crochet. So you're just eventually losing stitches as you work your way then to the tip of the toe. You're then going to continue to single crochet yourself, and on the very last 2 stitches that we're gonna get to over here is that we are going to put the 2 together there as well. So just continue to single crochet and meet me there in just a moment. So the very final 2 stitches come together. Remember, this is part of the first one, so these 2 become together, and then just reach over and join with the slip stitch nice and tightly, and then turn your project and let's go and start the next row. So we're now coming to the end of the 5.5 inches. So here's the heel. So now we're going to change our yarn back to the red, and we are now going to finish the tip of the stocking at the end. So just weave in your ends, and let's begin to finalize and start doing the ending of your stocking. So I'm going to create a slip knot and join it to the hook, and I'm going to come into the first one, and what I want to do is that I am going to just join it here, just put it over top. I'm cheating the system by just grabbing. You see 2 loops, I'm just gonna pull through 2 loops, and that for me is gonna equal a single crochet. So what I want to do is that I want to begin, and I'm gonna single crochet in each of the next 9, so that's just considered one of them. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Once I have this 9 done, it then says single crochet 2 together, and we are going to do all of this 4 times. So we're going to do 2 together, and then we're going to do another 9 in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then put the next 2 together. Please do that for the remaining. So 9 and then 2 and then 9 and 2. So once you get back around, the last two are going to be 2 together. Now if your counts are wrong, do not frog anything. Just cheat the system at this time. Get your 2 in there and just slip stitch to the top of the first one and turn your work. It's easier to be able to know when to adapt and when to know when to hold and when to fold. So you have to just you know, take your your lickings as they come. I don't even know what that means, but that's okay. We're gonna continue now and we're going to go in and we're going to be repeating in the same manner, decreasing 4s. So what we're going to do is that in the next round is that we're chaining 1 and we're going to single crochet in the 8. So we're just gonna start in the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then decrease the next 2. So bring them together and then do 8 and 2, 8 and 2 all the way around. Please do that. Same thing going around for a second round. So I'm coming back around. So it says continue in the same manner until there's 12 stitches remaining. See, I'm just kind of tightening things up. So turn your work. So last time we did 8 in a row. This time it's going to be 7. So that's what it means by continue. It doesn't say that, but that's what it means. So then the row after that is then 6, and then the row after that is 5. So you're going to continuously decrease the amount of numbers. So this time it was 7 in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then put the next 2 together. So what I'm gonna leave for you now is your homework. You're going to come back around and then the next time it'll be 6, and then the time after that it'll be 5 and 4 and 3, and what you're looking at is the final 12 stitches that'll be left untouched, and then that's where I'm gonna meet you, and please get this done now. So I'll see you at the end of that and then we'll just fasten this off together. So I continued in the same manner and now I have a hole at the tip of the sock. So I've actually already trimmed this yarn and I'm just pulling it through the final loop. So all I'm just going to do now is just take this yarn strand and I'm going to put it onto my tapestry needle and I am going to weave it in and out of the final stitches. There's about 12 of them there. And all I'm just going to do is just weave them in and out of the stitch work, and then at the end I'm just gonna give it a really good pull. So I don't usually pull until I'm at the end because it excites me when I pull it. That's kind of the true story. I like seeing it all come together at one time and then it comes together balanced. I don't know about you. You can leave that in the comments. Do you like to pull while you're doing it or pull it at the end? So I'm just wrapping around. Sorry, that's my backdrop. I'm actually filming in a tight quarters here. I control the sound in my room and etc. that I film in here at my home studio. So I'm coming back around close to the end. So the cross stitching I'm going to be leaving for you at the end, as I promised at the beginning of today's tutorial. And once you get all the way in, so I'm all the way around, I'm just gonna hold it and I'm just gonna pull it all together. I want to just make sure that I just don't apply too much pressure because the worst thing that could happen is a snap. It's good. So now the ending is together, so I'm just gonna go in the tip with the same yarn strand. And then I'm going to go back and forth a total of 3 times. And I got one more to go, so just a different path. And therefore I can just safely trim it down to the project. You'll never see it. And then we just got to shape the stocking. So let's just back out the camera and see how we did today. So we're just going to shape it. This is a lot bigger than I expected it to be, but it is quite awesome. And there you go. So you can put your cross stitching here. Now you have a nice clean surface. The other side has the slip stitching on the back that's barely noticeable, but it is there, and this is awesome, and I really enjoyed today's project. So until next time, it's Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd, so as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm just gonna stretch it a little bit more off camera, and then I'm gonna go you need the back loop, so let's do the back loop. What am I doing? Let's do the back loop on this. I totally forgot. You're just gonna take your yarn, any color will do, and that you're happy with, and you just gotta chain 25. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25. Once you're happy with that, you're just gonna trim a long tail, and then what you're just gonna do is just fold this in half and then sew the ending. So just pull on both sides and sew these into the back of the stocking. So what I would recommend is going right into the green. Don't go right into the top here, because then that causes it to warp, but go right into the back section here, just weaving in and out 3 times, and then you're good to go. So use your tapestry needle, get that in, and until next time, have a great day. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.